Hello everyone, my name is Lance090 and welcome back to Let's Play Darkest Dungeon. So it's been quite some time since the last time we played Darkest Dungeon. Since then there's been lots of DLC and updates and rebalancing that's been done to the game. And as far as I know, it's finished. They're not really going to add anything big to the game. They might still do bug fixes and everything. But it should be done, so it's a great time to try to finish the game once and for all. So that was a test run. Let's be honest, it wasn't a test run. I started recording, and the game gave us the worst characters we could have got on our draws, and it just wasn't worth continuing. It was gonna stall our game completely. So here we are, DLC. I'm gonna have everything on except for the Musketeer. The Musketeer is just a reskin of the Arbalest. There's nothing really unique about it, so I don't feel there's a need to add it. It used to be a Kickstarter only perk, but now it's available to everyone for free if you are interested in it. Start the game. Blood Mood's the hardest difficulty. Darkest is normal, and Radiant isn't technically supposed to be an easy mode. It's just supposed to be a faster mode, and I'll kind of explain some of the differences. But to kind of reinforce that it's not actually easier, the last run I did was on Radiant mode, and it was going horribly wrong. I'm not a bad player, not in my opinion. So we're gonna name our town Lightfire. Then our mods, I just have 2 mods to install. It's better trinkets. All this does is turns off the negative parts of a trinket. The good part of it just stays the same. And that's just because in RPGs I like to have a sense of progression. And when the trinkets all have a positive and negative thing about them, it's kind of hard to feel like you have a sense of progression. So that's one thing I'm changing. And then this, more gold, gems, and heirloom stacks. All this does is increases how high you can stack items in your inventory. It doesn't actually mean that more things are going to drop. It just means that we're not going to take up quite as much inventory space with items. But trust me, we'll still run out of inventory space even with that. Let's get it going. We will watch the cinematics because they're so good, and the voice actor Wayne June's terrific.
You will arrive along the old road. It winds with a troubling serpent-like suggestion through the corrupted countryside, leading only, I fear, to ever more tenebrous places. There is a sickness in the ancient pitted cobbles of the old road, and on its writhing path you will face viciousness, violence, and perhaps other damnably transcendent terrors. So steel yourself, and remember there can be no bravery without madness. The old road will take you to hell, but in that gaping abyss, we will find our redemption.
Alright. So as far as the Radiant mode goes, as far as I know, it makes it so characters get more XP. It makes it so high-level characters can do low-level dungeons. It makes it so normally characters who go to the darkest dungeon, the final zone, they'll never go back to it after they've been there. This makes it so they can, but they'll get more stress from it. And I think idle stress healing in town is increased slightly. So nothing huge.
Brigands have run up these lanes. Keep to the side path. The hamlet is just ahead.
It's mostly just intended to speed the game up.
Dispatch this thug in brutal fashion, that all may hear of your arrival.
So I'm not going to give like a full detailed tutorial about how everything works. I'm sure there's much better videos on that elsewhere. They can teach you a lot better than I could. But I will explain strategies and things. Of course, there's no real strategy here, it's just one enemy, so
is broken.
let's do our highest damage attacks right off the bat and keep along.
Leave nothing unchecked. There is much to be found in forgotten places.
Decent pile of money.
An ambush Send these vermin a message. The rightful owner has returned, and their kind is no longer welcome.
So, my strategy for this one, I think, is just going to be trying to kill the guy in the front as fast as we can. I think he has an attack that can deal stress damage. I don't think this guy can unless he crits. So I'd rather get this guy killed as quickly as possible. And also, Dismas is the only one who can hit this back guy. Reynold can't hit the back guy there. That's why I feel it's a good idea to just focus this guy down first. Good dodge. Fortunately, he gets to go before Reynold. This is a knockback. Smack him. Solid damage. Cut him again. Goes before Reynold, will be a little disappointing, but good. Alright. Well, never mind. Never mind. It doesn't matter if he goes before Reynold or not. There's some stress for you. Thing I was trying to avoid. I would like him to die to bleed, so I'm just gonna pistol shot you. So it means you're gonna get to go again, fortunately. If he dies to bleed, though, he's not gonna be able to use his powerful attacks. Is my thinking there?
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Let's do the protection buff on Reynold. This guy forward and kill him.
Disadvantage. Give them no quarter.
Money. There's nothing in that chest. It's always trapped. So we're not going to mess with it. Handful of crests and decent load of money. Ashen. Empire goes this down. Not too bad. Scrounger. Decent.
Welcome home, such as it is. This squalid hamlet, these corrupted lands, they are yours now, and you are bound to them.
All these missions we gotta do. So for an example of, well, I was pointing out that these traits aren't too bad. One of the traits that a character had in my last game was my Plague Doctor. They had a trait that makes it so they take 20 stress damage every week that they're not being used, if they're just sitting in town. And the weeks every turn, so that's horrifying. The Vestal had a trait that every time she missed, she got 5 stress. And then she proceeded to miss over and over and over and over and over.
Women and men,
and over
soldiers
again.
and outlaws, fools and corpses. All will find their way to us now that the road is clear.
Speak of the devils.
A sister of battle, pious and unrelenting. Trinkets and charms, gathered from all the forgotten corners of the earth.
The new crystal charms, which are extremely good, but we have to do the new DLC stuff to get it.
Most will end up here, covered in the poisoned earth, awaiting merciful oblivion. In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
Alrighty, had to listen to all the voice lines, of course. What do we got? Lower stress in the Warrens, less healing received from the Plague Doctor, or not the Plague Doctor, the Occultist. Lower crits if your HP's low, that's all fine. Decent set of abilities, but you don't have your good stun. It's disappointing. As for the healer, damage in the Warrens, lower crit. This is fine. These are much better characters than we've had the last couple times. These characters are acceptable. Man, that game was out to get us last time.
Mecca of madness and morbidity. Your work begins.
Your early game goes wrong, you really get stuck in this game. The Plague Doctor first in this scenario. The usual suspects. These two are sorted differently. It's Red Hook. But we're doing the visual suspects here. Think we have any trinkets? What are we getting? Protection stone. Fairly decent.
The cost of preparedness, measured now in gold, later in blood.
One shovel should do it. The first mission's really easy. 4 food's enough. Skeleton key. Reasons to take 2, just in case he steals. That's a gamble as well. And 6 torches. This dungeon's particularly small. Could probably bring the second key, huh? Since we get, I think another thing in Radiant mode is you get a little bit more money back if you come back with your items. Warning me that I didn't purchase enough food, but it's enough. This very first Ruins mission is still a tutorial mission. It's pre-made. It's not as long as a normal Ruins mission would be. So that's why I like to just take 4. Sills torch. That's also why I took less torches than I normally would, as there's also like, I think there's 2 total opportunities to get torches here. Two bone rabble. Not even a big deal. 2 with 5 plays. More likely to hit. Might as well do it. Try to weaken them both down and stun them.
Radiance, may we find victory.
Well, Raynald's not necessarily going to go before.
Executed with impunity.
I was going to set them up so Zealous Accusation could kill both, but we didn't have them in surprise, so okay. So the other guy could have actually have gone, and that would have been bad. Not ideal, at least. These guys don't do much damage, but I don't want to get in the habit of making mistakes. I'm sure I'm going to make plenty. It's a higher chance to hit still, so.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
No damage. A little bit of a stress heal as well. This chest is unlocked, so we don't have to
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it
micromanage
must be
it.
carried home.
Any items.
Even the
Still
cold
shovels.
stone seems bent on preventing passage.
Even though it gives you a shovel, you still need to bring one, because there's another one later. Nice surprise. Let's kill the stress dealer in the back. Okay, that sucks. Here's the blight. Stun, though. And go for the likely guaranteed kill. Oh,
To the pit.
crit. Protection up. I might get a chance to go first before we can kill her. Yes, Plague Doctor. No! Okay. We lucked out there, honestly.
As the fiend falls,
He should have gone after the Plague Doctor.
hope blossoms.
Stun? The stun. Lay the smackdown. Okay, miss. Game seems to have a hard on for us missing. That was also happening quite a bit on that last run that got ruined. Like, man, that's... They've really buffed that, huh? That didn't used to do that much blight. Dead now. We can heal and whatever else we want to do. Buff.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require
Heal.
only the strength to follow it.
Dead.
Seize
Loot.
this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Up here, because this one has loot in it. mistaken. Okay, you're gonna steal my extra key. No, the eye patch. Fucker. Oh, I did bring a second key. I had the foresight to realize he might steal one of the keys. Sucks though, he stole an uncommon trinket. It's worth so much. No. Stun. No. God. Didn't get to kill anything. Oh my lord.
To a killing blow.
God, the stress. Good dodge.
Confusion, nerves, and panic.
Finisher? Thank you.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Throwing the bleeds around. Him off. Might as well do this, I think. Nice.
A death by inches.
Take him out. Nope. I don't think he actually could. Really? Really?
Press
There we go.
disadvantage. Give them no quarter.
There we go. Made it work out in the end. Ooh. Yeah, that offsets the cost of the key. Dodge. Shit tons of food. Because the hunger pop always happens there. Played this enough that I think even the hunger pop is actually set to happen at a certain point, which is after the food there. I'm guessing that that's why that's there. Guessing that food is pre-programmed. Shovel? I like that it automatically puts the shovel in there now. Have to drag it up in case you forget. Final fight. Gets the stress off, huh? Alright. Let's try to do better, guys. If you can. Plague Nade. Alright. Got the stress dealer done at least. Good.
Abomination
Got kill.
from our lands.
Oh, that hurt. Can't stun the back line, huh? Not too lucky. Too likely to stun him, huh? $75. Okay. You get. Is what it is.
The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
Wonder if you try to kill this corpse. Yeah, you should be able to get him in death range. Good.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Good. Not much better than a stress heal. Some blight on him. Try the stun again. There we go. Smack down on him. Now he's dead.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Yes, indeed. You please? I have a key. Ooh. Alright. Take everything else home. Lovely. It's a crests and deeds. Very useful at the start of the game. My table thing. I can't remember if it was in the last discussion video or not. Where my table is falling apart. Ooh, speed and dodge. Good. Ooh, move resist. Not really actually that useful. That's bad. But not as bad as the other things were. I can live with it.
Obsession.
I can live with it.
Mile markers on my road to damnation.
It'd be crap if it was on our Crusader, but since it's on the Vestal, I don't mind too much.
Fresh kegs, cards, and curtained rooms promise solace to the weary and broken alike. The cobwebs have been dusted, the pews set straight. The Abbey calls to the faithful.
Who have we got?
Word is traveling. Ambition is stirring in distant cities. We can use this.
It's a shame that we have two characters that we already have. Bondslayer. Ooh. Damaged. I gotta make you a melee character, though. Oh, that's bad. But I have room for everyone here.
Elusive, evasive, persistent. Righteous traits for a rogue. Barbaric rage and unrelenting savagery make for a powerful ally.
Scounger. Hearts. Ooh. You're not so bad.
What better laboratory than the blood-soaked battlefield?
Alrighty. We're out of time for this video. I hope you all enjoyed, and have a good day.